On the sip of false never close, punch stay scratched. Now I'm geek, so it's fucking hoe. I can't even count, can't stay stressed. Woo, 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 woo. Had to take a minute, was a close call.
The lost essence of life.
Essence,
Bar Guy Virgo.
the term used to describe the core of something that gives life. In my last video, I talked about the lost art of mastery and how people are not really taking the time to truly master a craft anymore. And that's genuinely why it feels like something is missing in life. But there's also another element missing that only a select few really have these days, and that's essence. Your essence is what makes you you. And a lot of people modern day are afraid to be themselves. They are quite literally copy paste versions of each other. Kids are no longer drawing unique images and using their imaginations. They're instead being handed iPads and being told how to think. People are no longer allowing their unique beauty to show. The sporadic hair, the gaps, the lumps, the perfect imperfection. They are all now being replaced with overt makeup, dreadheads, and optionally chopped trends where people are basically saying they choose to be hot by rejecting their natural looks.
I tried everything, coffee, Pomodoro, and binaural beats, but nothing stuck.
Where are the Michael Jacksons putting their whole soul into a song while having some of the most uniquest styles known to man? Where are the hungry LeBrons who are not worried about looking cool, but instead coming for the crown? The Meek Mills rapping with nappy braids and an empty stomach.
The city, tell your brother to get with me. I be stumping with a 50 caliber. They hollered and I can jump out this. We be riding with them solid.
Where are the Cocos, the Spider-Mans that inspire people to change their lives? The American Pies that captures the true essence and nature of what it means to be a horny teenager. All of these things have been replaced with a carbon copy of what the standard is. Mediocrity, safeness, and predictability. All things that kill essence. Because see, essence is the very fiber of your being. It's who you are. It's the ugly laugh that you have that you're embarrassed by. It's that random minor note you hear in a song that you like. It's the way your hair naturally grows in its unique pattern. The natural light that resides within all of us humans. That essence has no limits, has no standard. It just is. And whenever you don't allow that thing to show, because the fear of judgment, failure, rejection, you violate the universe, you violate God, and most importantly, you violate you. And that's what we're seeing. A big percentage of the celebrities, the artists, and people in the world are literally rejecting their own essence. People keep wondering what happened after COVID.
Everybody trying to be like everybody else, and that is one thing I have been said that has got to stop. Cause now it's actually getting ridiculous. Like, you see the same copy and paste. Like, even with this clothing brand stuff I'm trying to do, like, at first, the ones I told, it was like, oh, Atlanta, you trying to copy Atlanta streetwear. I'm like, damn, it's just that common. Even if you not even, I ain't even spoke on it yet, but you already assuming I'm just gonna be another one, like, that's already out here. Like, nah, this is different. Literally. Ain't never been, I'm not trying to be like nobody else with this. So that's why, like, the colorway, the design, like, it may look bland, it may look, and I'm gonna see once I take the pictures, and I'm gonna see, like, you know, the feedback, because at the end of the day, it's the feedback are gonna be the same people that wants them to buy it. So I gotta know if what I'm putting out is actually good quality. So, like, the essence of me knowing that I gotta step out my shell and also venture out into things that I wanted to do my entire life, is like, I can't care what nobody gotta say. I really can't. It's never gonna work if I actually do. So you gotta believe in yourself. As I said before, you gotta believe in yourself first.
Why did life seem to get so bad after 2016?
After 2020, I really don't know what happened. Like, to get to now, it's just been like, I have no clue what's been going on.
Why do I feel so empty, bored, unfulfilled, like something's missing, like I want something more, like there's this giant, bottomless, infinite hole inside me?
And the truth is, life stopped being life and it became a giant performance. The color didn't leave life. the essence did. People's true nature and authentic selves have left. And a big part of it too is ever since, we've been introduced to social media, at least, post-COVID era, one thing that humans never had to worry about, that our generation does worry about, is that your whole life could potentially be broadcasted to the world. You can say something and the whole world can hear about it. You can post a video of you looking chopped, or somebody else can post a video of you looking chopped, and then the whole world can see it. Thousands and thousands of people's opinions or eyes could be on you at any moment without your consent. So people stopped expressing their unique light and instead opted for safe performance. Artists won't push what it means to be an artist or a creative anymore, trying out new sounds, trying out new styles, because it could come at the cost of social currency. Everybody just wants to be like everybody else now because that's the safest route, where they dress like everybody else, talk like everybody else, and consume what everybody else is consuming. And that's why people are so depressed, because they bought into that same lie that they teach us when we first started school, that if you just make everybody outside of you feel good, if you chase that external validation, you follow the rules, you dress like this, you talk like this, you make this person proud, you will be rewarded. Your life.
That's how you kill yourself quicker. Because that means you're not even living for real no more. Once you decide to tell yourself, I'm gonna do exactly what whoever's over there doing, I'm gonna do exactly that, you have lost your life right then and there. Because now you're not living for you. You're living for those people that you claim to yourself that you just have to be like, or it's just that, that's just your big motivation in life, is to just copy a certain lifestyle. That is one of the worst things you can ever do to yourself. You basically have lost your life once you do that. And I was that close to the point where I was like, I had to realize I had to stop caring. I cared way too much. Only because there were a lot of voices in my head. People were trying to tell me all their opinions, and I'm trying to tune it out as best I could, but it was just so much that I had to basically just force myself into some type of like isolation. And then it finally clicked to me, it's like, yeah, this is what you need to be doing right here. And ever since then, I've been building and building and building and grinding, lonely. There were times I ended up coming across people that would actually help me row the boat, and it made it easier to keep this going. But like, still the respect from the external point of view, because at the end of the day, you're gonna have to attain it to make sure like you are doing things right, because I'm putting out, which means I'm putting out to the external view and not just internally or the ones closest to me. Like, I put this out for the external opinion. So at the end of the day, I have to figure out if it is good or bad. But making that your way of life, is how you lose your life in an instance. You can't do that.
Amounted to something. But see, whenever you follow that mindset and you do what you're supposed to, you get the nice house, you get the pretty wife or the handsome husband, you get the nice beautiful smile, the white picket fence, you get the 5 to 6 figure paying job. You self-edit yourself to make everybody else feel uncomfortable. You do what everybody else wants from you, until you wake up one day and you realize that you spent so much time trying to be everybody else that you don't even know who you are. Nothing fulfills you. You feel like you didn't amount to anything, even though on paper you look really successful. You look normal. But I mean, at least you're accepted though.
Whoa.
What's that?
I just built a budgeting app in Base 44.
Guys, Nina just...
Right? Wrong. Where is your essence? Where are you? What good is it to be loved, accepted, validated, to have a bunch of success if it's coming from people that don't even see or know the real you? That's why life feels so hollow and shallow these days.
Okay, can somebody explain to me why people like modern art, bro? That makes no sense!
It's because the people and the artists are not touching the heart anymore. The art is touching the eyes, the algorithms. It's stimulating to the body, stimulating to the bank account, but not the soul. And it's sad because nobody's gonna be on their deathbed wishing that they followed the crowd more, wishing that they were more nonchalant. But I can tell you what, almost everybody's gonna be on their deathbed wishing they would have been themselves more, walked in their essence, tried new things, done whatever it is that they felt they were called to do, even if they might have been judged or embarrassed by it.
If I were to choose to live my life over again, I wouldn't live it in this way. Do you know Winnie the Pooh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Not personally.
No. The book. The end of that book would bring tears to my eyes for years. Christopher Robin has to go to school, and he's telling his friends, the toy animals, that he won't be able to play with them so much anymore. And what I wasn't aware of when I went to medical school and when I was a physician is how driven I was to justify my existence in the world. I wish I hadn't worked so hard. When you're driven to work too hard, you actually ignore what matters. And what matters is what you were telling me last night about how every summer you take a bunch of weeks away from your podcast and you just spend time enjoying your kids and your wife and your family. I didn't do that. I always felt I had to keep working. And the book ends with the statement, and whatever they do or wherever they go in the enchanted forest, the little boy and his bear will always be playing together. And that phrase would bring tears to my eyes for years. People sacrifice their playfulness, their joyfulness, being driven by unconscious needs to validate your existence. And where does that come from? Again, that comes from childhood trauma. Play is so important, and joy is so important. In that sense, we can always keep playing in the enchanted forest, and that's just essential, I think.
The beautiful thing about life that I want to let you all know is that it's never too late. You can change. Things can be different. I challenge anybody listening right now through the screen to go 30 days of just walking in your essence. I know you're probably wondering, well, how do I walk in my essence? You literally just be you. If you like that music, you listen to that music. If you like this artist, you listen to that artist. If you talk a certain way, you talk a certain way. If you walk a little awkward, you walk a little awkward. If you got weird aneurysms, you use them with weird aneurysms. If you got a weird laugh, you laugh the way that you normally laugh. I want you all to go 30 days being your complete selves and look at the stark contrast and how different life feels. I'm not saying it's always going to be easy. I'm not going to say there's not going to be cringy moments. There's not going to be awkward moments, but these are all a part of the human experience. And the beauty of it is once you fully embrace yourself, you start to attract the people that'll actually embrace you. So you don't have to worry about people might not like the art I'm putting out. They might not like the work I'm putting out. They might not like me whenever I'm being my full self.
You'll never know until you try. I'm telling you, you will never know. It's when the people approach you and tell you to your face, I like what you're doing. That's all you need. Even if it's just one person, that's all you need. Because he might have just been the only one who actually had the will to come up and tell you. There are some people that will support you from a distance. And most of the time, they're probably strangers that don't know you, but know you for what you do, and they respect it that much. It's crazy, bro. It's crazy.
Allow that image and that illusion of those shallow people and their hollow love. Once you drop that, bro, the actual real people are gonna come in and the love is close to none. 1,000 real fans is so much better than 100,000 shallow fans. I'm just being completely honest. So please walk unapologetically in your essence. There's nothing to be afraid of. It's often believed that the thing we are afraid of the most is not being judged, not being good enough, not our inadequacy, but our biggest fear is actually that we are powerful beyond measure. And it's our light that scares us. But I'm telling you now, you don't need to be afraid of your light. You don't need to be afraid of your essence. That's God, and God can't be contained. It's the essence of life, and you gotta share that with the world, man.
Hey. What is your deepest fear, young man?
All right, see. All right,
Why you keep saying that? What's your deepest fear? What that mean?
Our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us. Your playing small does not serve the world. There is nothing enlightened about shrinking so that other people won't feel insecure around you. We were all meant to shine as children do. It's not just in some of us, it's in everyone. And as we let our own light shine, we unconsciously give other people permission to do the same. As we are liberated from our own fear, our presence automatically liberates others.
I appreciate y'all so much. If you like a book on one-on-one consultation,
it's toughy. It's tough. That's tough. That was a good video.